You want me to take it off? You sure?
No, it'd be better off. Yeah.
I want
I don't get to see that every day.
All right, we're back. And we are training some chest biceps. On this day, too, I'll probably add like just couple sets of side lateral just to keep blood flow in there. But chest biceps today on Monday. I'll be honest, this rebound is hitting me a little harder than after Olympia. Meaning definitely slightly more fatigued coming out of this show than I did for Olympia. And I think that's just because, not that I necessarily pushed harder. I just think I was way more leaner for the Arnold than I was for the Olympia. So I just think it wasn't, the rebound wasn't as drastic. And I do find that, the leaner you are for a show, the leaner you really, really get, sometimes the rebound can hit you just a touch harder. But that's okay. That's just when you got to be smart with your training, with your food, how you do cardio, things of that nature. So, you don't dig yourself in a hole, which I find can be hard to do because after a show, we want to execute the training and get that pumps as best as we can. But sometimes, less is more. And that's why I want to try this training out doing the 4 days. Obviously I felt like when I did this in the past, I had my best gains to a certain point. As much as I really like the frequency type of training, I do find that very beneficial. I do. I just think I like to train really fucking hard in a session. And if by the time I get to the next training day of that body part and I'm not, recovered, that could not go as well. But I like to train hard in a session. I like to just bury it. So we'll see how this goes. If I feel like the results are better this way, great. If I feel like they're about the same or not as good, then I may go back or, I may just stay here. Like I said, if I decided to train, 5 days a week, what I would optimally do is probably keep the same split, but whatever I did on Monday, I would just do on Friday and then kind of go on that rotation. So the next Monday, like if I did legs on Monday, I would do them again Saturday, and whatever became Tuesday, I would go to Monday, then go to Saturday, if that makes sense. So whatever body part I did on Monday, I would just hit on Saturday, and then we'll just go in that rotation. So something will always get hit twice a week. If I decide to go back to 5 days, instead of trying to fit everything in, within a 2 to 3 day gap there. So I do find training probably everything every 4 to 5 days could be extremely beneficial as well. But for now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to see how we can handle it and how good we do. I'll do another warm up here. Nice. Back to the movie reviews. So yesterday we saw Scream 7 with Papa, Mama, Raj, Tiff. Little family, friends, fun day. Scream 7. Raj rated it a lot lower than me. But I also didn't give the highest rating. I went with a 2.8 out of 5. Remember, it's out of 5. I gave it a 2.8 because I did, in fact, thoroughly enjoy the movie. I thought the blood scenes, the kill scenes were pretty epic, especially the one in the bar. That was pretty graphic. But I did not like the ending. I did not like who Ghostface was. I won't spoil it, so there's no spoilers. I did not like who Ghostface was, and I did not like the reasoning of why this person was Ghostface. That typically ruined it because in all the previous ones, it always had something to do with the previous one, why this person was a killer. In this one, there was zero tie-in. And I didn't like it. I thought it was great. They brought Neve Campbell back. Cool shit with her daughter. That was dope. Cool stuff. That ending, though, just because of how disappointing it was for me, I would have given it a 3.2 if it ended properly. But that ending just blew dick. So I went to a 2.8. 2.8. Arguably, because of how bad the ending was, I could argue a 2.5.
Yeah.
But I did like the movie. That being said, we all might differ. You guys might like the ending. Therefore, I would say because I did like the movie, if you have not seen it, go see it. But if you're worried about the ending, wait for it to come out free on fucking like on demand or something. Yep. Yep. Yep.
How do you rank them? Rank the screams.
There's a lot of screens, bro.
There are a lot.
Let's see. Worst to best or best to worst?
Worst to best.
Scream 3, shitty. Scream, trying to think. Which one was Scream 4?
The one. It's so confusing, bro. The one made in 2011.
I know, but who was the killer?
I don't remember.
Who was in that one?
Neve Campbell, Courtney.
No shit, Raj.
I don't know who else was in it.
They're all fucking in that one.
Well, Nev's
No,
missing
you know
in
what?
one, right?
I'll go the 6th one.
Okay.
I didn't like it. I'll go the 6th one. I'm trying to think. I'll go Scream 4 because I don't remember. Scream 2. Scream 5. No. Scream 7. Then Scream 5. Scream 1.
Okay. So Scream 7 was pretty good in the series for you then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranked pretty up there. We got to get you in that scream mask for Halloween.
They would know I was the killer instantly.
They
You
would.
walking around. Ugh. 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 Rest pause. Ugh. 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 Woo! Oh yeah, very nice.
Thank you. Well, I was a powerlifter before I started bodybuilding.
Yeah,
Which
it shows.
definitely helps. Takes a lot. Now, in terms of prep, when you're going to more striation, you want detail. Now, do you feel that you can get that with the free weights, the same cables or machine?
Dorian did. No one was more grainier than Stride than Dorian.
That's a fact.
Straight up.
Fact, yeah.
And he did nothing but free weight. Think about it. I think, listen, everybody's different, person dependent. I know how to train properly now. Like I used to do this. There was a time where I could incline barbell. It was like 405 for 12.
Okay.
Right? My chest didn't grow. So I never thought barbell was for me. But the reality is I was using every muscle but my chest to get the weight up.
Was it too heavy or?
Yeah, I was using my triceps, my shoulders. So it looked cool. I was doing it, but it wasn't doing shit here. So then I switched to machines, went lighter, focused on the squeeze, contraction.
Yes.
The reality is, yes, that's easier to do on a machine, but you can do it on a free weight. You just can't go as heavy. So you gotta learn to drop the ego. And that's a lot of issues that people have. They don't know how to drop an ego. When it comes to machine, there's not much of an ego. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
free weight, it's for some reason, subconsciously, it's in our head. We got to put some fucking weight on. Like a deadlift. You're not going to come in here and deadlift properly with 315. You're like, nah, dude, I'm going to try and get like 600 on this motherfucker. For what?
2-3 reps.
For what? Does nothing. So now that I figured out how to really train a muscle, I do think barbell is a very superior exercise. Just like a Smith, it's superior. But I like it because it's a more free weight, so it's going to work more muscles. Your chest, it'll work your stabilizers, everything, which means more calories burned, which means more muscle can be produced. Machines certainly have a time and a place, but I also think the difference in physique nowadays is people throw this away and do more of this, which is fine. Because then people say, oh, well, Dexter Jackson did all machines in his later years when he was old as fuck.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But how does everyone start and continue up to a certain age? Free weight. Like Jay. Jay did free weights his whole career. They didn't have none of this shit when they were Ronnie.
All day.
And that was a grain train too. Striations. And this was his bread and butter.
Heavyweight, lots of reps. Get some striations out.
As long as I believe in heavyweight for high reps, and as long as you're keeping tension on the muscle and there's a big ass pump at the end, you annihilate what needed to be done. If you can do this, not much here, but your triceps are exploding, you fucked up.
That's one thing I caught from one of your videos I was watching, because, like I told you, my legs is probably one of my weakest points. And I've seen that you don't even go too heavy on legs no more, especially on leg press. Nice and slow, eccentric, little balls at the bottom, they explode up.
Yep.
Now,
and my legs have improved dramatically.
We have different body structures, of course.
Of course, you're taller.
Yeah. Would you think that would still work for me? Of course, because it's the tension that I'm putting on the legs.
As long as it don't matter if you're tall, you're short. The difference between me and you is it just might take you longer because you're taller. But there would be no difference. The only difference could be is one machine might work better for you than me just because of our body types. But the way it's done, I don't believe it could be different.
Tempo style.
Unless for some reason, low reps, you get a huge pump. Then I'm like, cool, don't change it. And high reps, you don't really get that.
Yeah.
High reps for me, on majority of everything, I'm exploding. So why would I change it? I think there's a time and a place. Sure, if you can get 8 reps of something, the contraction was great, the pump was great, cool.
It's growing.
You know what I mean? That you did your job. But for legs, I believe full range of motion, slow negative, slight pause at the bottom, fucking explode all the way up and repeat it.
I understand that.
So
Being so damn tall, that pause at the bottom. Because I was doing heavyweight.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was a powerlifter, squatting 500 this pound, but my legs were skinny. Like it didn't grow. Like the muscle itself never grew.
yeah.
So now I want to incorporate the slow eccentric, 3 seconds down, 2 second pause at the bottom, and explode up to see if it affects me more. Because I've been doing heavyweight, and my legs really doesn't grow as much.
Well, it's like me, dude. I used to freeweight squat with 5, 6, 7 plates on my back. My butt got big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My quads didn't get big. Now, for me, this is where I would say I truly believe no matter what I did for a free weight squat, it didn't work for me at all. Once I did, now Smith machine, that was a different story. Because, and people would laugh, because I remember when I trained with my friend Jared Feathers, we did a leg session together, and he had me do Smith squats. I'm not kidding. I had a plate and a quarter on each side. And I'm like, Jared, what the fuck am I doing here? He's like, trust me. I said, okay. 1 set, done. That was it. I woke up the next morning. I said, bro, I gotta take the day off.
Like you're saying, the muscles is being contracted. Not if you go heavyweight, it's your glutes, your hands really taking the brunt of the work.
Correct.
Lighter weight, then now you feel.
People are afraid to go lighter for an ego. But think about sometimes when you go lighter, like you ever do a deload and you go lighter, but somehow you feel the muscle more?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So take that weight that you just deloaded with, now build off
It's
that.
all a fear factor. It's like starting over. Like,
Well, because people gave me shit, like, oh, Nick's using lower weight, he's not gonna grow, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't let it bother me because I'm like, you know what? My legs look fucking pumped as shit when I'm done training. So now you start low and say whatever weight you thought you were doing that was heavy, do it the same way you did 6 plates and work your way up slowly. Now that's fucking strong.
Yeah. Heard it from the man himself, y'all.
Okay. things better. But this is what I'll say, just like diet, keep it simple, basics. The basics never fail.
Bro, gonna fix it. Like you see their bodies. Like why we gonna change? And they use less.
The only reason why Ronnie got hurt the way he did and the way he is now, no, it's because Ronnie just didn't listen to Ronnie's body. You know what I mean? And I love Ronnie. He's one of my favorites. The way he trained didn't hurt himself. It's how long he trained that way that hurt himself. Like I remember he told the story when he, hurt his back really bad, popped the vertebrae from squatting. Instead of being smart and calling it and going home, he got right back under it and did it again. You know what I mean? You have to listen to the body. Like if you come in here, and you got 315 on your back one day, and it just don't feel right. I'm not saying go home, but maybe change the structure for the day. Maybe go higher reps. Maybe go lighter. Maybe control it better. Listen to the body, and you'll be fine. Not bad. Not bad. Yep. Touch that for a few reps. Let the body feel it, get acclimated. Now we'll rest for a hot second. Probably find a spotter. And we'll pump this one out.
Did anything surprise you about yourself during the self-coaching and the prep?
Yeah, that I was able to do it.
The whole thing.
No, realistically, like I had the confidence I could do it. I just didn't know how far I could really go with it. And I just told myself, keep it simple, keep it basic. Don't be emotional, push. If you need to push, push. And that's what I did. I pushed hard. I made my own calls. Like I said, luckily I had Guy as the second eye to really make sure I wasn't doing too much. And I feel like I executed very, very well for myself. Especially during the peak week. Peak week is never easy, so I'm thankful for, like I said, him being there, making sure everything was what it needed to be. So I don't think I'll ever get a coach again. I think having just that second eye, having that is just, that's all you need. So we'll see. We'll see. Do I usually give you a left?
You give me one, but you want
I'll take one. Fuck it.
your number.
1, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Come on. Come on.
7. Push it.
One more. Let's do it. Let's do it. Stay with me.
Get ready to drive. Drive. Push it. Drive it. Drive it. Drive it. Drive it. I'm making you fight. Second round.
Whoa. Woo.
Back to one of my best attributes. After the repeat.
So do a little rest pause here.
Okay.
That's nice.
So favorite flies is
Pec
what?
fly. That one's more
Pec
of like,
fly, yeah. Is that body mat? What is that? Well, we don't even know, right?
that's old school.
It's the old,
That's what we call it.
we just call it
My
1970.
dad saw that machine. He's like, this is old. This is old.
He's like, that's what we had in my day.
Yeah.
The whole gym was like that. You went to Man's World Gym, right? Did you ever try? It had all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then the clown in the corner.
Yep. You know, on this exercise, specifically go a little higher rep. Since we went pretty heavy there, we'll stay about 12, 15 here. Yeah.
You ain't old. We know one, Mr. Walker. That's it.
Yeah.
Dad.
Thank you so much.
Of course, bro. Yeah.
Got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you. It depends. You know, I think if you're doing once a week, no one's like Dorian, so I'll never say you just need one set. But if you know how to train with intensity, you know how to connect with the muscle, you could get away with, 4 exercises for chest and do like 2 sets each. I think now with me doing this new split, now on Thursday when I do shoulders and tries, I have no issue with someone wanting to throw in, a quick exercise, of chest or something. Something isolated like a machine just to keep the blood flow, keep stimulus. Instead of having a full day, I have no issue with someone wanting to do like an exercise for like incline or something if it's weaker, and doing like 2 or 3 sets of like 10 to 15 reps. Nothing, no crazy failure, just really pump it up and squeeze. I think that can sometimes go a lot further for people that like to train really hard versus another chest day. I think what a lot of people go wrong is when they have a weak muscle, they think they need more of it. They need frequency. It's like, yeah, that could work, but let's check what your main chest day looks like and go from there. If you look like you're training like dog shit, we should probably execute that day first, see where that takes us for a few weeks of proper execution. And then if that's improving, we don't need to touch it. And if we start to, if you start to fatigue, instead of adding another day, let's change up the scheme a little bit. Let's not train till failure. Let's lighten the load. Let's go for more squeeze contraction, we should be doing anyway. But instead of doing, if we're going heavy 6 to 8, let's go like a week or 2 in the 12 to 15 range, and then go back to the heavier. And if you improved, awesome. You don't need to add another day. And if your chest is improving, visually, you're golden. Now, if you do hit a stalling point on every end possible, okay, instead of adding an extra day, let's add an exercise or 2 at the end of the workout of another body part. And let's not give it a whole nother day, but let's add a tiny bit of frequency. Now let's see where that goes. People think just adding an exercise on a different day isn't going to do anything, but it can. You know, you can be a little intense, but just stimulate it, and let's see where that takes us. Because it's like it's a push and pull, right? Like a body part doesn't always need another day. You could get away with adding an exercise over that body part somewhere else without overdoing it and get great benefit from that. And I've actually been a big advocate of that when I was younger. I do think that's what gave me a lot of my size. Not saying what I was doing isn't working, because I think it tremendously is working. But I think you can hit not so much a sticking point, but mentally you can hit like that stall where like, fuck, I'm tired. Like, I got a whole nother, like, fuck. Where I think if you're training everything once a week and then adding a little bit in somewhere else can be very, very beneficial. Very, very beneficial. You know, so I would just try that. You know, and God, and even like back, I'm doing back once a week. But let's just say on a Saturday, I don't know, if you wanted to, you go to the gym, do a little cardio. Believe it or not, even training fasted might not be the greatest idea, but say you want to do a quick set of cable rows. Okay, do it. Who cares? I don't think you would need to, but like mentally, if you're like, I want to do a little bit of extra back work, you're training fasted. So honestly, that's probably going to lean you up more a little bit, be able to eat more. And then you're putting all that, you know, you will get a pump, especially when you're a calorie. The only time I would advocate that, you know, is if you're, you know, in a surplus. I wouldn't make, if you're in prep, no. But if you're in a surplus, you're going to activate a pump, you know, but I don't want to get anyone in that mindset. I don't want to get in that mindset. Execute properly 1 to 2 times. And if I feel the need to add a little bit somewhere else, a little bit, sure. But let's get the most, you know, because sometimes I think when I train things twice a week and there's so much in a session, it takes away from, it makes me go faster. It makes me not execute because I got to go to this, go to this, go to this, go to this. Where when I have a set thing in that day, I can really just focus and crush the shit out of it, you know? Oh, that gave me a pump. Oh. Oh, two more. Whew.
The posing room is way better. Yeah. To show condition, freakiness. Yeah.
That's kind of easy. Oh.
On 42, boys for the bulk, for a great chest and tricep day. 3 weeks out, watch out for dude. End of the year, you might do a competition. Pop out real quick. You might pop out. Sometimes you gotta pop out and train. Make sure you follow his Instagram. Voice of the ball. Voice of the ball. All my man too, Cruz Fellas. I'll tag you when I post it. He's 3 weeks out.
shredding his heart, conditioning is right where it needs to be. Weights looking tight. My man's looking great. I think he's going to make some
Oh.
gains at his next show, which is the Tri-City in Georgia. So,
Stay tuned, y'all.
stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Hey. So you come down 2 weeks, you got your legs.
Oh. Very nice.
Got a good pump?
Huh? Yeah. You want me to take it off? You sure?
No, it'd be better off. Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna
don't get to see
embarrass
that
all
every
of
day.
you.
I already see the ass popping out already. I was the one that. Holy fucking shit. What pose you are? That's cool. I'm gonna let you stay next to this. Hands class?
Oh, you want? Oof. That's crazy. Wow. Very nice.
Such as? Yeah, I don't know if all our back could fit in one photo. I said, I don't know if all our back could fit in one photo. I'll stay ahead of you anyway. I'll stay ahead. My brothers. Thank you once again.
To the crowd in the last
Crab? Thanks, Nick. Of course, man. Thank you guys.
Little preacher curls.
Yeah, a little freeway preacher, you know. Something different.
Yep. I was telling her the other day, I bet you don't even need to train arms. Remember how Phil didn't train the whole year, and then he'd do the 4 weeks before the shows. You just do it for good measure, but they wouldn't go nowhere.
I know. Oh.
I mentioned my boy Nickwalker. Once you're up here,
For the record, I hate that one.
what?
I hate that one.
I don't mind it. I think it's less
I like that one better. Oh.
Later, bro. Good seeing you. Later, guys.
Oh. Whoo.
Is that what you were saying? Add a little movement at the end for good measure?
Yeah, yeah. It never hurts.
Can never be too wide.
Never, bro. Oh. Whew.
So the way you train now, everything is slow and eccentric.
Always.
Okay.
Always.
We got Jay Cutler, Larry Wheels, and Rough Diesel. Now, I'll catch Ronnie Coleman someday. Oh, man, on the ground. Thanks a lot.
Of course, bro.
For the rest of the workout, we will catch each other. No, man, you go.
Yeah. Yeah.